Namaste and welcome to class. And thank you so much for sitting with me with your undivided attention. We are back in Colombia and a little town called Chia in the center of Colombia in Cundinamarca. Very cool, but it's hard to describe this weather. It's mountain weather, I guess, Andes weather. And in today's lesson, I want to talk to you about how we can approach our creation to create a certain sense of peace. First, I want to describe what I am defining as a creation, your creation. Each individual have the right, the ability, and the potential to create anything. But mostly it creates its own environment, its own universe, its own frequency, its own rhythm of how it learns. So I'm gonna give you an image. For example, if you have a bubble, you are inside a bubble. And in that bubble is inserted all kinds of belief systems, experiences, soul journeys, lessons that you are interested in solving, inspirations, certain highlight of the attributes of the cosmos. All in that is a kind of a package, and your spirit is inserted in it. And in that package, what it wants is to expand by activating certain experiences, certain lessons in a concrete way. So in that spirit desire to grow, it projects itself into different levels. The number one, it projects the physical body, the resonance or the magnetism of the physical body is projected in the type of environment that you are preferring to navigate that bubble. For example, I remember telling Matthew once and say, you have 2 acres of land and I love to cultivate, and I did a garden in this 2 acres. We did greenhouses and we did path, and we were the only 2. We were in Canada and we had no help. But we did create, with my impulse, I did create this incredible, beautiful garden. And Matthew asked me, why you are creating so much on that kind of environment? And I say, you know what? I am training my body to be in that kind of environment. It's not only nature, but gardens, display, a village, a palace. He said, my body, and after it dies, after it decasts, it will look for some kind of environment that reflects that. It's a kind of embodiment. So your external environment, your home, how it's clean, how it's ordered, what kind of objects are you choosing? Are you choosing plastic objects? Are you using raw objects that emanate certain nature, what is the kind of objects, colors, orientation of the house, location of the house that you are manifesting? That is the first and very simple, right? Every day you must train your body to be in a comfortable, clean, pure environment. It doesn't need to be luxurious or extravagant, but at least your physical body have that comfort. That impact very much your first chakra, because the first chakra, as we know, is very much related to the needs, the food, the environment, your abundance, all that surviving aspect is very much part of your first chakra. And of course, related to the ancestors. So you don't want to replicate the same exact level of frequency that maybe your ancestors were off, right? So conscious manifestation of your physical environment is key for that acceptance of your creation, your projection. The second part is that projection is manifested from your subconscious. So any belief systems that you are incorporating or accepting or inserting in that bubble naturally reflects in the outside. That is the law of reflection. You cannot escape that. And part of our work is to make conscious and accepting our subconscious of it's gonna come in two ways. The subconscious is designed to help you, to give you lessons that are valid and relevant. So it comes in two ways. One, lessons that are very pleasant for you. You manifest persons that agree with you, that supports you, that encourage you, your friends, family members that are in the same tone with you. And also you are manifesting the challenge, the friction, the one that say, well, move, reflect, check things out. So the unpleasant part. These complementary and supplementary relations are very much so important, and the friction to produce energy for evolution. But we trying to prefer this, oh no, I only want my friends, I want only the environment and the crowd that agree with me. Well, within that crowd that agree with you, let's say in a spiritual communities, there are some people that, ruff a little bit your feathers, and that is necessary. You don't need to go away from them. You need more is the perception on why in my universe I am conversing with this kind of challenge. And in that conversation, you need to accept three things. So go through three gates. The number one gate is the honesty to see what is it that you are observing. Is not through interpretation. Let's say if the person is calling that you are not performing at the level that you are. So it's asking for excellency, but you may interpret it. So that person is so anal, and that person is so after me, and that person is have issues of control and that and forth. So you are interpreting and not really being honest to say what this really person in my universe, from my creation, is trying to tell me, and what is it that I am being loose about it. So honesty is the first one. The second one is acknowledgement. Acknowledge that that force is there and is necessary for you to take it. right? If you don't take it, it duplicates. That's the bad news for you. If you don't take the challenge and you don't acknowledge the challenge, you are not prepared to take it, it duplicates until you listen, until you honestly see the challenge for what it is rather than your interpretations or accommodations or manipulations, and you acknowledge it in a very neutral way. This person or this situation is there for me to reflect in my subconscious, not because it's against me. And this is so important, because we think that our creation is against us, and that it gives a sense of insecurity and a sense of my universe is unsafe. And the third thing is to take the challenge in the more honest way and in the more acknowledging way. So taking the challenge is not going to battle. That make a distinction on that, because we like, it's okay, this is a challenge, and then I'm gonna battle with that person and I'm gonna confront it. And they say no. That is an exteriorization and a misinterpretation of your challenge. It's more about, this challenge is telling me that I need to be more excellent, that I cannot be fluffy in my halfway in doing things or communicating things or manifesting things. I have to be in certain request. It's requesting me certain thing. That distinction, when you see how your universe talk to you, how your environment, how your projects, how what you call your life, which is just a series of experience trying to mature you in different cycles. When that universe is understood, it relaxes. You are not anymore against your own creation. Your internal world, your soul journey is at peace with what are you manifesting, right? So in that acknowledgement, you are going to be very alert and not trying to force your universe to go in the way that the society do, the collective suggest, the education, etc. You are going to protect it. This is important. You're going to protect it from the opinion of others. And you're going to have that intimate connection, that intimate communication with your subconscious and conscious. That dance between the conscious and the subconscious is what it makes peace. The conscious is male, the subconscious is female. The subconscious is unreasonable. It means that it's not going to present the situation and say, well, I am going to put this person in your life because you need to learn excellency. No. It just puts you the person there because the package usually comes in different levels of education. And you take the lessons in different degrees of understanding. But when you go to the bottom and admit what really is it that you need to mature, then that prop, it doesn't need to be there anymore. The subconscious will create a second grade of support for you to learn. But as long as you are seeing the challenges of your universe as your enemies, you are going to sign up for the victim mode. And then in that moment you bubble, your universe is going to shrink, it's going to resent, and it's going to create incredible amount of energy that is stuck inside. We call that anger or passive aggressiveness, that you say, yeah, I am nice with that person and so on, but inside I just don't want to relate, or I have the bitterness and hormones start to segregate, you get sick, etc. So it is important that the communication with your manifestation, with your creation, is being mature. And the maturity is, I have certain attitude in front of my challenges, and I use my support system to give me information to help me to listen or to figure it out. What is the lesson that I am trying to tell me? In that moment, the peace of this, the feminine, is being heard. The subconscious is being heard, is being acknowledged, is being embraced, and is being incorporated in the male, which is the conscious aspect. What you touch, what you see, the money, the relation, the physical contact, and so on. Understand these two parts of your world, of your universe, of how you are made. You are not here just to go in the conscious, all what you see all the time, and money and work through the senses. You are here really to bring material and information from the subconscious, make it conscious, and enrich your universe with an alternative that is innovative, unique to you, and peaceful, meaning that it doesn't hurt others because you want to override your lessons. So in that sense, when you are responsible for your parts that supports you and the parts that challenge you, you hard have the circle of energy, because these two aspects, these two polarities, these two support system is the one that rotates in your heart. So to be in your heart, inside this bubble that is incredible, full of attributes and information, individual, your heart then can circulate that energy, and that's what it would call love. The love for oneself starts when we accept our creation for what it is. You are creating exactly what you need when you need it. It may sound tragic, it may sound awful, but let me tell you, the percentage of the manifestation right now in each individual in the planet is being accelerated. It means that whatever is in your relation between conscious and subconscious is being continuously much more rapid than before, with much more excitement, with much more passion, with much more need to circulate that energy, so your universe can have a little bit more frequency, a little bit more elevation. With that more elevation, naturally you expand. Naturally you are going to receive the challenges that are coming in all levels in a more joyful way, with more understanding, with more perception. The must to embody the peace of our creation is something that a few do. It takes the whole life, and in the moment of this, are you at peace? You say, yes, I don't own anything to anybody, I am okay, I am. But why not do it now, where you are saying and seeing maturely and honestly that, hey, whatever I am creating is in perfect balance, because my subconscious is loving to me. My subconscious is always supplying to me the information that I need to be more me. I thank you very much for sitting with me, and I will see you in our next class. Namaste.